Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome back to Mastodon Comics and Music. This is the inaugural show of a new series I'm affectionately going to call The 101. It's an informational show about music, comics, and maybe a few other things. I hope you will join me on this journey, and I also hope you will enjoy the content. Without further ado, I bring you the first episode, Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin formed in 1968 in London, England, out of the demise of the Yardbirds, of which guitarist Jimmy Page was a member of. He formed it along with Robert Plant on vocals, bassist, keyboardist John Paul Jones, who was then a session musician, and drummer John Bonham. A very heavy, bluesy, guitar-driven sound. They are recognized as one of the originators of hard rock and heavy metal, despite the fact they feel they are not a heavy metal band. They are, without a doubt, one of the major influences, along with bands such as Cream. They are credited for their impact on the industry, their albums, and their stadium tours. The first album, the debut, simply called Led Zeppelin, was a top 10 album in several countries. Contained tracks such as Good Times, Bad Times, Dazed and Confused, and Communication Breakdown. Their second album, released also in '69, rapid succession of albums as was the time, contained Ramble On and A Whole Lot of Love. Their third album contained the massive guitar-driving song Immigrant Song, which has been most recently featured in Thor Ragnarok, basically as his theme. Their untitled fourth album, but affectionately known as Zozo, was one of the best-selling albums in history with 37 million copies. It includes mega hits Black Dog, Rock and Roll, and Stairway to Heaven. Going on in 1973, they released Houses of the Holy, containing The Ocean, Over the Hills and Far Away, The Rain Song, and their magnum opus, considered by many to be their best album, Physical Graffiti, a double album, but in the days of vinyl, a triple album, contained songs such as Trampled Underfoot and Kashmir. At the band's outset, Jimmy Page had originally wanted to form a supergroup with the likes of Jeff Beck, Steve Marriott, Keith Moon, John Entwistle, and Steve Winwood. Though three of those characters had recorded a song, Beck's Bolero, in 1966. The billing themselves as the New Yardbirds, Keith Moon is reported to have said that this will go over like a lead balloon, and thus Led Zeppelin was born. Numerous tours, much internal strife, and with the passing of John Bonham in 1980, the end of an era came to a close. We've seen several reunions over the years, but Led Zeppelin will definitely go down in history as one of the greatest rock and roll bands. to have ever graced the planet. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. There will be links in the description below with informational sources for Led Zeppelin, where to find their music, and possibly what to listen to first. Thank you for joining me for this video. This has been The 101.